got nothing to do with old school, new school, dirty south, west coast, east coast. This is about us. This is our thing. You know what I'm saying? This came from the gut, from the blood, from the soul. Right here, man. This is our thing, man. You know? So I say what I say. Hip-hop.
So Afeto, welcome to 2022. It's been a while, eh? I think the last time I sat down and did a 411 was probably in November, just before we hit peak. And I think it's no secret that our brand has been doing well since the last time we spoke, especially the restaurant side of it, which is what I'm gonna start with today. Yeah, man, the last time we spoke was just before peak, and we had a lot lined up for the month of December. I think it was a great time for us to showcase what Uhuru Family Restaurant is all about. Now that we turned into a full-time restaurant, as you might know, I think from August 2021, that's when we revamped and became officially a full-time sit-in and private restaurant. So I think we kickstarted December with kind of the first lifestyle event was Music and You. That was the first weekend. We got a bit rained out and there was a bit of chaos, but the event did actually happen. It's a pity the way it ended, but I'm sure the guys from Music and You are ready to to host another event by us, because we feel obliged that we have to host them again based on what happened last time. The weather was terrible. And then I think that was followed by street jazz. Street jazz was a jump. We have a highlights video out on our official IG page, Uhuru Family Restaurant. Go check it out. Street jazz was a jump. I mean, the DJ lineup was crazy. Personally, my favorite was K9. K9 Teki hit a dope set, and we also had a live performance by Brazo, our young trumpeter. He came through with someone who was supporting on vocals. I forgot his name. And obviously we had our homegirl Z, supported by Mshengu. They also did a young performance. And yeah, man, it was a proper jump. That was the first installment of Street Jazz, hosted by Posky, of the group formerly known as Good Vibes Radio. May their souls rest in peace. Beep. 4 days later, on the 16th of December, Day of Reconciliation, we had another crazy lifestyle, session, and that was this time hosted by Fisto, also of the group formerly known as Good Vibes Radio. May their souls rest in peace. It was a daytime to nighttime event. It was more of a picnic setup. I think the whole session was about like-minded people. So in their bio, they say This Is Us Club is mainly a blog for like-minded people who meet through the arts, through creativity. And boy, man, that day didn't disappoint. We had a nice picnic set up in the front of our restaurant. It was a garden setup. They also had an awesome lineup. I mean, I arrived right at the peak of the event, and I think on the decks was Mom Thug, a cool lady out in Joburg. She really she really made the people dance. That was a great, kind of picnic setup, for December. And then to close off our festive schedule, we had Strange Hours, Bon Appetit. Bon Appetit was all about, good food, was all about family, was all about, Christmas, lunch, and all of that, like family hanging out. And that was actually head started by a young fun ride in the morning. Initially, we were supposed to do a 10-kilometer ride, but we enthusiasts, so we ended up doing more like 40 Ks. Some people tapped out, like our cameraman there, right? There behind the camera, unfortunately he had a puncture, but the guys managed to actually do that entire 40-kilometer ride around the Vaal. We did a mini tour of the Vaal and back to the restaurant, and then from midday, things got started. Also had a great DJ lineup. We had a few stalls around. We had a thrift store by Robert Roll. We had a young lady who has a active sportswear brand called Sports Mafia. Yeah, man. We had that. Because Strange Hours is all about showcasing other creatives. What they have. Even with the first installment, we had about 3 stores. And personally, I love what the curator is doing, for his fellow creatives, in terms of giving them a platform. I mean, we as a brand, or rather as a restaurant, we always, looking forward to give other creatives a platform at our venue, to make use of it, to showcase what they do. So him coming to us, immediately we identified with that, because that's what we're all about. So, big up to Strange Hours, big up to Jason, the whole. So yeah, before I forget, we have since launched our pizza. Our pizza range currently comes in 3 flavors: meaty, chicken, and vegetarian. We've got a vegetarian option because we care about our vegetarians. But yeah, since the first day we launched, I mean, it really got popular amongst our patrons, because most of them have been patiently waiting for us to launch our pizza and delivery service. So finally we got to do that, and yeah, man, we've done well so far, to the point that we're thinking by the end of the year we might actually drop a standalone pizza section of the restaurant. We're still trying to locate a proper spot where we can do that in mainland Sharpeville, and who knows, we can grow from there and spread out, because our pizza is actually great. And the one thing we did recently, I think that was last week, last week, the last week of Jan, we updated our menu. There's some new options and extra options from what we had previously. And because we are a restaurant that likes being ahead of its time, or rather looking at trend, and being open to changing its menu based on what our patrons like, that's exactly what we did. That's probably the 3rd update of our menu since we started trading full time. So yeah, man, we really listen and care what our patrons want, and the new taste that they develop. We wanna be the first place that a person thinks of when they want to eat something, and not be like Ishkana, they always have the same menu. So that's why even now, by June, we probably would have updated our menu for the 4th time again. But yeah, that's Uhuru Family Restaurant. We are about to launch, our fashion side of Ambivert, like we promised since last year. Graphics are already out. I already have proper graphics that we want to print on our tees, on our crews, and obviously on our tote bags. And a few months down the line, by June, we would have launched an entire proper concept store for the fashion side of Ambivert. Yeah, man, look out for that. It is gonna open, launch right here on site. We have a small spot already identified where we're gonna open our store. We're not only gonna sell new merch, but you're also gonna sell thrift, from shoes to accessories, and obviously denim. As we all know, when you go out thrifting, one of the first things you look out for is denim. So yeah, we're gonna have that, and that's probably gonna launch in June, right in the middle of winter. And then Studio Uhuru, this is gonna be a big year for Studio Uhuru, and as you know, the biggest thing under Studio Uhuru is obviously Uhuru TV. We really going big this year. I did mention last year that we're gonna do subscription, so that's by the looks of things, that's gonna be at the end of April. What we're trying to do right now with the gents is create as much content as possible. When we drop our subscription, we have an entire season ready for for our new users and obviously the current ones that we have. I really implore you to move on with us. It's not like when we move on to subscription now that or something. Obviously Uhuru TV started as a free app, but the intention always was for it to go to subscription, and we decided that the subscription fee will be $30. And when you think of it, $30, it's not much, but it's gonna go a long way in terms of creating jobs, for creatives, especially where we're based. As you all know, we are firmly entrenched in Kasi and in what black people do. So that $30 is gonna go a long way in creating work, because outside of Netflix, DSTV, and SABC, there's not much, of work for people in the film industry, obviously script writers, etc., and actors. So we are going to be the alternative to that, as we are, also strategically located just south of Johannesburg, So if the talent is not really getting absorbed in the big city, we can absorb the talent. So really, guys, if you think about it, your $30 a month, or to round it off for the year, it's going to be 300 Rand. It's really going to go a long way in also helping us create great content for you guys. I mean, if we have funds to run the app, we'll be able to be like Netflix. Netflix is where it's at because of you guys. You obviously pay the subscription. They have money to pay, independent productions, to create and produce content for it. So it's the same for us. Although we mainly create our own content, but once we have funds, we'll be able to, go to other production companies and buy their work and put it up on our app. So yeah, that's the biggest thing that's gonna come out of Studio Uhuru this year. But we're also gonna give it Okay, so we're really gonna give it a big push in an effort this year to to start be more commercial. Under Studio Uhuru, we're gonna shoot a lot of music videos. There's one that we're working on currently that's gonna be shot probably next week by a dope artist by the name of Scabs Immortal. We're gonna shoot his music video for his hit song My Leg. So yeah, that's coming out, and over the last 2 weeks, the gents have been busy creating visuals for Robert Roll. Yeah, man, I think there's already 2 music videos that have dropped. You can check them out on Uhuru TV, and one is also on Studio Uhuru's YouTube channel, so you can check that out. And that's for his title song "Color of Cold." So yeah, we actually gonna produce a lot of music videos for Robert Roll for his entire album. Actually, his recent album titled Kofi. I think there's 10 tracks on it. So there's already 2 music videos down. There's 8 more to go. So yeah, like I said, we're really gonna give it a big push in terms of being more commercial, because we feel, and it's not a matter of feeling. The truth is, we create dope visuals. So how about we share it with other creatives? We shoot in 4K. Our concepts are dope. We can basically create the entire storyboard for you if you don't have. We can add a bit of wardrobe here and there where we can. Obviously, with the launch of Ambivert, that's what's gonna help us to, even give a wardrobe to an artist. We up in the sky as well. We've got a dope venue at the restaurant. So we pretty much covered in terms of giving you a great music video when you're an artist. And for our price, man, that's actually not bad. We start from 3,000 Rand when we're outside the Val Triangle. So that would be from Johannesburg South going up. And obviously, if you go further down the country to your KZNs or Cape Town, the fee goes up. But yeah, our starting price is basically 2,000 Rand. And we also do, obviously, maternity shoots. We do wedding shoots. That's something we also want to push. So So yeah, that's Studio Uhuru. And we also If you can't get our services, because obviously we run the app, we do all of that. We have an affiliate that we work with, and that's Aqua Snaps. And to be honest, Aqua Snaps has been part of the restaurant's photography, for the longest of time. So most of the visuals you saw between August and November were from Aqua Snaps. Follow them on Instagram. That's Aqua Snaps. And yeah, man, if obviously you can't get a hold of us, you can get a hold of them. And then to close off this month's 411, I'm excited to announce that we're gonna launch our music part of our brand. I mean, we all know, like, as a brand, we're very much involved in the music scene around Gauteng, the alternative music scene around Gauteng. I'm not even gonna say Val, because I mean, just based on some of the artists that we worked with, I mean, they're all over Gauteng. So we finally launching that, and I'm so excited, mainly because through Uhuru TV, we've managed to make contacts, with a lot of artists around the world, So when we fully go into, our record label, we're gonna be able to, link up these artists from abroad with the ones that we have, in our stable, And I can't really kind of announce which artists that we're signing, but the artists that we're signing are pretty much close to home. Is artists that we've worked with, including the producers. And how it's gonna work, our record label is gonna be more focused on the artist and not really about us making money off the artist. MBVED Records is gonna be more of empowering the artist to be, a better business person in terms of the arts, how to, manage and run their own affairs. We're just gonna be a support structure, kind of an agency in a way. We're not. I mean, because everyone in the crew right now is not into music production. Okay, except one of our producers, Cat. Cat got a dope Christmas present. So yeah, he's getting into music production. So yeah, but we're not really into music production. So hence I'm saying our part in MBVED Records is really to empower the artists to be more independent, and we're just gonna be kind of an affiliate, but at the end of the day, they're gonna be our artists. So yeah, man. But like I was saying, we're gonna connect them with fellow artists across the world, and I can announce, because this is confirmed, although the date is not, that we are gonna be hosting an artist from the USA. I'm not gonna announce the name yet, but it's definitely sure. Hopefully by Easter we would have done that. We were targeting March, but yeah, man, we'll see. But the target is that by the end of March we would have hosted this artist, and the biggest thing that's gonna come out of it is, that artist exchanging work, with fellow artists that are under our stable. I'm not quite sure when we are gonna launch MBVED Records officially, because there's paperwork behind it. We really wanna, get on top of that, make sure that obviously we know the industry in terms of the admin side of it before we launch. But once that is done, when all the nitty-gritty is done of the admin, which we all don't like, once that is done, we're gonna officially launch. And then hopefully when that artist comes, he'll be formally dealing with our artists through us, So we're looking forward to that. That's definitely gonna be the first of many. There's a lot of artists already that have given us their content on the app that wanna come down, they wanna experience this whole Uhuru vibe, that they're seeing obviously on the app and on Instagram. So yeah, man, quite chuffed about that. And yeah, man, it goes with our mantra, from Kasi to the world. So literally now we are doing it, and we also obviously looking to take our artists to go that side as well. After hosting, probably a month or two later, that's what we actually looking into doing when we're creating these relationships. For artists to also go overseas, to not only experience being out of the country, but also have a different take on music. A different view of music, a different perspective. So it can only be beneficial for the artist. Hence, I'm saying MPVET Records is really a record label that's mainly, you know, for the best interest of the artist. So yeah, man, that's coming out. Obviously, they're gonna get the visuals from Studio Uhuru, and yeah, we'll talk again. I think in a month's time with a new 4-on-1. Hopefully, there'll be progress in some aspects of our brand. And until then, you know, keep safe, sanitize, and in the words of Robert Roll, listen to your mom, drink your juice, peace to your mind.